There we go. Hello once again, class. So I did my career profile, second career profile, on being a family studies, family sciences, American Family Studies, whatever the department wants to call it, professor, university professor. So example organization I use really doesn't matter because you can just grab whatever college. I just picked Pennsylvania State University. I did not have a career contact. I did all my research online. The work environment for family life professors, family science professors, pretty, it's pretty obvious, but, they work in four-year universities. They work in graduate schools or community colleges. Schedules are actually pretty flexible. A lot of universities, pretty much most all universities, give the professors really flexible schedules and a lot of outside of class time, which allows them to engage in research. Research is a huge part of their job as professors. Typical stressors. Professors typically find that finding adequate time for research and having enough time to prepare a manuscript for publication are pretty high in stress for them. Attending too many meetings and attending meetings that take too much time. Having inadequate time for teaching preparation, and also teaching and advising inadequately prepared students are all things that professors typically find to be the most stressful, among other things, but those are some of the few things. Common job tasks family science professors do. Like I said before, they engage in a lot of research. That's one of the big things professors do, especially full-time professors. Obviously, they spend time in the classroom teaching students, grading papers and tests outside of class. But then they also, along with their research, they write and get published in a lot of scholarly journals in their field to further knowledge in the family sciences realm. They spend time advising students, they plan lessons, and they also are on committees that deal with changes and improvements to the department. That includes hiring new staff, budgets in the department, things like that. Typical benefits, medical insurances, health insurance, life insurance is pretty common. Retirement plans are also pretty common. Access to university services, pretty normal because they get to use the campus. And then summers off and paid leave, especially so they can use that time, especially summers off, they use that time to do research. And educational requirements, most professor positions, family science professor positions, any professor position requires a doctorate degree. But sometimes universities will hire on professors with master's degrees. Community colleges do this all the time. And then some like four-year universities hire people with a master's degree as adjunct faculty. Some hire them on as adjunct faculty while they're still working on getting their doctorate degree, and then they're bumped up in ranking. Also, gaining teaching experience beforehand, such as graduate teaching assistantship, is pretty big. It gives a lot of potential wannabe professors a bump up in the competition because educational teaching experience is pretty highly looked on. Salary range, starting salary range for family science professors is around $57,000 a year. Then experienced salary ranges is around $90,000 a year, high 80s, low 90s, roughly. And then it's just some interesting facts. There are different rankings for professors. So a professor can start out as an adjunct professor. That's the part-time professor that I told you about. Then they can move up to becoming clinical or lecturer or instructor professors. They don't do very much research, if any. They just focus on teaching classes. Then they can move up to being assistant professors, and associate professors, and then full-time professors. And then the highest one is distinguished or an endowed professor. And pay increases through each of the different rankings. So, for example, a new assistant professor makes 58, 59,000 a year, while a full professor makes around $90,000 a year. Yeah, that's pretty much it.